Boy, you look good for the summer dress like that. Keep it up.
Yeah.
We've talked about all right, we got a 2-week sample now. 49 penalties, all but 8 teams. What have you observed?
I think the league right now is really struggling with defining exactly how they want to implement this rule and how they're going to call it, because there's been a myriad of different calls made that don't all really add up. All right, look, if you're hitting with the top of your head, the crown of your head, look, we've been taught since the beginning of time that is unsafe for you, the tackler, and the person who's being tackled, and it can lead to catastrophic injury. We get that, but incidental contact, Bob, with the front of your face mask is something that is inevitably going to happen in football, and I just don't understand how you're going to get that out of it. When you're talking about football being a game of inches, a game of pad level, a game of leverage, and you see offensive players consistently, and the reason why I say offensive players consistently lower their pad level and lower their helmet at the point of contact, how is a defender, I don't understand how you're going to expect
you got to reinvent gravity,
exactly.
Right?
There's no way to really get low enough to tackle these players without your head getting involved in some way, shape, or form. There just isn't. And then in this case, in this incident right here, where you see the defender, Kyle Fuller, literally turn his body to the side and lead with his shoulder, but the only reason he hits the offensive player in the head is because the offensive player lowers his head because that's what he instinctively does. And then he's pointing to his shoulder, and then you throw the flag on that player. What you're going to do is you're going to slow down defensive players to the point where either they're going to put themselves at risk because they're going to be doing things that unnaturally they're just not accustomed to doing, and you're going to make the game worse in terms of there isn't going to be any real quality defense. And maybe some people want it that way.
You play
I don't
the
know.
Position, you'd know.
We'll see.
You were 3-4 days in front of the national media on this Georgia high school story. This is what Lewis tweeted. For all wannabe tough guy coaches who like to be more tough with their players' bodies than they themselves could ever have been handled. The game is not about you. Football comes with inherent injury risk and physicality, but enough of this reckless BS. It's high school. From what you've heard today, what do you think?
Yeah, you know what? The reason why I said that is this. Look, I am all for, let me get out in front of this and say this. I'm all for the physicality of the game. I have enough scars to show that I embraced that part of it, accepted that risk, and I have no regrets whatsoever and go back and play the game again. When you're talking about high school kids and you're talking about allegations of kids having full body cramping, multiple ambulance trips, broken bones, maybe kids engaging in full contact without full pads on, look, that's just ridiculous. I mean, that would be ridiculous at the pro level, let alone the high school level where you have 16, 17, 18-year-old kids.
Pro players have got a union.
Exactly, exactly.
And
there's something else called we're adults, okay? We make our own choices as far as what risk we want to take with our bodies. When I see high school coaches subjecting young kids, and I am the father of young kids, when you see high school coaches acting tougher with those kids' bodies than they ever could have with their own bodies, and then trying to explain it away as, look, football's tough, you got to build toughness and all this. Look, man, don't ever talk to me about toughness. Don't ever talk to me about how tough you can be with another young kid's body. Protect them. Teach them the fundamentals of the game. Obviously, they have to know that it is a physical game and injury is a part of it. But you don't take risks with their lives. You don't take risks with them suffering catastrophic injury. And there shouldn't be multiple ambulance trips happening at any two-a-day. Yeah. Sorry, because if there is, then maybe there's something wrong with your training program, your weight training program. Maybe then that opens a whole new set of problems. But this should not happen. It just should not happen.
All right. Well, they sat it down in a day. Apparently it's quieted down there.
Sure.
We'll see you on NFL Live.